Did you know the technical term is DRE, digital rectal exam?
How's it digital?
I don't know.
That shit ain't digital.
That's what it says. No, it's very real.
It's digits. It's his digits.
OTDL, OTDL, the stories never stale. From TikTok twist to awkward tryst, they always set their sail. OTDL, OTDL, come laugh until you cry. With Tom and Dan, the pirate clan, will toast until we're dry.
It's digital.
It says digital.
Digital rectal. Today's term, prostate exam. When a man typically over 40 gets his insurance to pay for someone to stick his digits up his asshole, up his rectal, to examine said prostate.
The most common accepted term is digital rectal exam, or DRE.
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 So I didn't know Dre was into that.
He's a doctor.
He is a doctor.
So cheesy.
Yeah.
Alright. So this story is funny. Because I knew the day, like you were going to the doctor, I knew the day before, you had said, oh, I got a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I'm going for my
Checkup.
checkup. Right? And I was like, being the same age as you, I was like, well, I know what this is. I know what this exam is. You know?
And I don't know how I didn't.
Oh, I knew exactly what it was, which is hilarious.
I went to
That
a
you
wellness visit. A wellness checkup.
I had no idea what a wellness checkup is. And I
No.
did, of course. So, of course, you go to the next day. I know you're gone. You come into work late. I'm sitting on our laser. I'm welding some stuff.
And I come in. Now, before we get to the story, I've told nobody, and as I left the doctor's, I told myself, I am never telling a soul what just happened in this doctor's office.
Yeah, little does he know, of course.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's happened. So, of course, he comes in, I hear him clock in, and he's the last one to get to work, so I heard him clock in late, and he comes walking into the shop, and I'm sitting on the laser, and I look up, and I was like, how'd it go?
I'm like, that was the doctor's, it went, everything's good.
Yeah, I look at him, and I go, did you get a...
And I'm all, oh, no, how'd you know?
I was like, lucky guess. I knew 50-50 chance that was the wellness visit. And since you didn't know what it was, I knew you'd never done it before. And of course the doctor's gonna wanna check you with his dipstick sort of thing.
Yeah, his digits. Yeah.
His digital rectal examination.
If I had learned what I learned last year, I would have rewound time in history and gone back to that day and never done that
That's
exam.
part of what makes it so great, though.
Yeah.
Because you had no idea what it was, and you went and
Yeah.
you had to do it, and you did it all for what reason? Go ahead, tell the people.
I have health issues, so our insurance, we have an HSA card, and as part of my wife's works program, if you get these checkups and these visits, they'll give you credits. They'll basically put money on your HSA card for you. So we do that to help compensate for, offset some of our costs. And had I known that. Tune in. Make sure you stay tuned to this episode for the tip of the day. Very important tip of the day, especially for you guys out there.
This tip.
Yeah, this tip. You know, we get older, but we never really get older. We just, yeah. So, yeah, I needed to save some money. I paid for this. I paid a copay to get digitally examined.
DRE.
So, to be fair, I went to my doctor. He's an older doctor, so he's old school. Like, he does everything old school. So, I'm thinking when he says to drop trout, that it was time for a hernia checkup. Because that's what they did in high school. It was, you know, he reaches up underneath and puts some pressure up there, and you turn your head and cough, and they feel for a lump. That way they can tell whether you had a hernia.
Old school meaning that they physically check your prostate. Digits.
Digits. So naturally, this is what I'm thinking. And I was wrong.
Well, first though, nowadays they don't do that.
Yeah, and we'll get to that part too. That's gonna be the awesome. That's gonna help you guys. Trust me. It's gonna help me and you. Yeah. Anyways, he says drop trout. I'm hesitating because it's a trauma that I live with inside. I wasn't ready for this moment in time. But so he says drop trout. I'm like, all right. And so I put my pants down.
He hurt you inside.
He did. He hurt physically and emotionally and possibly psychologically. Because the next thing I know, I'm standing there and he looks at me and says, all right, turn around. And that's when I had the moment of, oh shit.
You were like, yes, massa.
And I was like, oh, this is one of those exams. And he looks at me and kind of chuckles and goes, yep, have you never had that before? And I said, nope, this will be my first. And he said, okay, no other words. So I turned around. I didn't hear anything. I had no warning. Next thing I know, I just had digits going right in. And they were out as fast as they went in. And I was like, what just happened? I was violated in the wrong ways. It's just... And then he just puts a box of Kleenex. Right there.
I love that part.
And naturally, I just looked at him and I said,
Was it for the tears?
is this for my tears or for my ass? And he just...
Or for both.
And he just, without even skipping a beat, he goes, up to you, but probably both. And so I got all cleaned up, finish up, and I'm just like, why did I do this exam? I did not need to do this exam. And I get on the phone with my wife, and I'm on my way to work, and I'm like, did you know what's in a wellness checkup? And she goes, yeah. And I said, did you know he was going to stick his digits up my ass? And she goes, well, I wasn't sure. And I was like, and you didn't think to warn me?
I wouldn't have warned you either.
And then she goes on to talk about how guys don't have to deal with that stuff as much as women do. And I can't argue. Like, that's a solid argument.
I know.
They have it much worse.
I'm much worse.
And so I'm just like, I want to cry inside. I wanted comfort and solace. And I got zero sympathy. She might have even started chuckling at the fact.
Yeah.
I mean, I can laugh a little bit about it now, later. And this was 5 years later.
It's nothing compared to what women have to go through. That's terrible.
Yeah.
My wife explained it to me, and I was like, "You did what?"
Yeah. In comparison, yeah, it's not fair to them.
Make you feel like a little bit of a pansy.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, yes, definitely. I had a couple of digits shoved up there, and it's much worse for them.
Technically, term is DRE.
DRE.
Technical term.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, the only thing I heard was the glove coming off when he was done, and I'm just like,
I'm done with you, son.
yeah. Should have looked at him like, do you need a cigarette? So naturally, I get to work and I'm telling you this, and I'm just like, no. And Dan looks at me and he goes, so why do you need to do this? Like, you needed to, right? Like, and I was like, I was saving money to put on the card to help pay for some stuff later. So I literally paid a copay to get an extra credit that was more than the copay, obviously. But I paid a guy to stick his fingers up my ass, technically speaking. And then he, in return, paid me more. So I did it to save money. So that's where the joke of...
Save $30.
What will Tom do for $30 to save $30?
I now know.
You now know.
What he'll do to save $30.
And I still dread that memory every time you bring it up. It's just, somebody who comes and meets us and they're like, hey, you guys seem pretty cool. And Dan's like, you got to hear this story.
You should hear what Tom will do to save $30.
Yeah. So, which leads me to the tip of the day.
Now Tom's tip of the day.
Nowadays, modern medicine, get yourself a modern doctor. I gotta interrupt the tip of the day because we got a new doctor. Obviously, I went and got a new doctor.
You broke up.
And I got a female doctor. My wife found us a new female doctor, and I was getting ready to do a wellness check just a couple of months ago. And
Smaller hands.
And I looked at my wife and I said, "At least she's female." And she goes, "Why would that matter?" And I said, "She's got smaller knuckles." And she goes, "Makes sense. Have fun." And so I get there and I was like, "Are you gonna do a prostate exam? I'm just gonna get this out of the way now." And she goes, "Nope, we don't have to do it like that anymore." And she's like, "Frankly, we haven't had to for a while," which then made me realize that the other doctor was old school because he didn't need to do it that way. He just chose to.
He just does it for fun.
I think he likes traumatizing middle-aged men.
I think he just does it for fun.
Yeah.
He took one look at you and was like, "We're gonna check you."
Yeah. So if you're gonna get checked, find yourself female doctors for smaller knuckles. That's tip number one. Tip number two is find a modern doctor because they can now do it just through a simple urine test. They don't have to stick anything. No probing required anymore, unless they find other stuff that they need to obviously check. But that's
So
a
the
story
tip of the
for
day
another
is
day.
also a public service announcement.
Public service announcement.
Tom himself.
Yeah. So save
He learned the hard
money.
way.
Save money. Yes, I learned that. Oh, don't say hard. No.
I don't know the doctor, so I can't say.
True. True.
What
So,
chose
yeah.
to do with that?
Yeah, so just, go to a modern doctor. That way you can save money without having to be probed
Yeah.
by digits.
DRH.
Cheers.
I'm not cheersing to that.
You gotta cheers it.
We're not touching tips.
We're touching digits for the digital. So,
It's your pain to bear.
it is my pain to bear. So, thank you for hanging out with us and I hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next time where our show is going to be a story about, you say it better than I do.
So hoist your mug
Egg and
and give
ham.
a shrug, let awkward
And if you're wondering what that
moments
means,
thrive. With
you'll just have to
TikTok
tune in.
Tom and Dan aboard, it's
See ya.
Tom, Dan, Love.